All biological organisms, to a greater or lesser degree, depending on the species, react to stimuli by changing themselves and their environment. In humans, these transformations take place mainly because of their extraordinary ability to imagine such changes. Over 17,000 years ago, in the caves of Zlacus, a hybrid figure was painted. This had a human body and a bird head. This image shows that even such a long time ago, humans were able to imagine themselves as being transformed. During the course of history, human beings have been capable of intentionally changing even their own psyche, making use of psychotropic substances, of practices such as meditation, sleep deprivation, and fasting. Today, we know that every transformation that takes place at a neuropsychological level involves changes at the mental level, and we also have the equipment that allows us to control neural activity. The first exhibition of Neuropsychoart dates back to 2004 and was held in the Apeiron Gallery in Cancun, Mexico. The following text was presented there. The works of Neuropsychoart are based on the study of neuroscience, psychiatry, and psychology, and have as their main goals to lead those individuals who experience it to the perception of every single aspect of the mind in as separate a way as possible. The temporary induction of psychotic symptoms considered by Neuropsychoart to be incarnations of philosophical problems, to transform neuroscientific and psychological experiments into artistic experiences. Some neuroscientific techniques will soon be able to be used to create neural networks which are completely different from genetically programmed ones, and from those which are determined by the environment. These new networks will have related experiential which are at present unimaginable, particularly those which will emerge from the development of repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation. The artistic experiences which derive from the use of these techniques can be considered as self-creations of the mind. Soon, every human nervous system will be able to generate their own neuropsychoartistic experiences using a software capable of interpreting information coming from functional MRI of the brain, and so recognize every intention by detecting the specific neural activity related to it, and then translate it immediately into commands for an apparatus for transcranial magnetic stimulation. The self-determination which Neuropsychoart hopes for, therefore, derives from a nervous system which determines, second after second, every single change we make, thanks to the advanced instruments that neuroscientific research has produced and will produce in the future. Just as a geometric point with its non-dimensionality limits what surrounds it, so the subjective aspect of the psyche, with its non-existence, makes conceivable and brings together the multiplicity of the mind. This diversity is made up of all the basic sensations, whose conflicts, along with their outcomes, we can define as motivation or will. The human mind, which is self-determining,
can therefore not be thought of as the home of a little man who decides, but rather as an expression of the inseparable bond between static and dynamic. One of the outcomes generated by a self-regulating nervous system might also be to entrust the production of inputs to the brain to a software that generates them in an unpredictable and random way. When Neuropsychoart has crossed these boundaries, will knowing yourself mean having lived and being able to recall every possible state of mind? Or to have acquired, through countless experiences, a profound conviction that the psychic manifestations cannot be narrowed down to a finite set.